So we're still the Nord. Nord's great, I think, on DK, especially with the ulti regen. Orc's another viable option. Haven't tested it myself yet, so we'll see. Using Orzorgas, the Steed. And let me go ahead and buff up real quick so you can see the stats. Front bar right here. Okay, moving on to the sets. I've got 5-piece Shackle Breaker on at all times. Infused weapon damage on the jewelry. This is a 4 medium, 3 heavy build. So I go Shackle Breaker, 3 pieces on the body. And shoulder piece. Okay, then we go front bar, Hunding's Rage. So I've been using Sharpen Maul, and I love Sharpen Maul. You could arguably go Great Sword, Sharpen Great Sword. You can go Nirnhorn Maul, but I've been really liking Sharpen Maul. It's been hitting very hard. Okay, so Hunding's Rage. Again, 4 medium, 3 heavy. So the other Hunding's pieces are on the body. Got triglyphs on big pieces. I need to put a triglyph on mine, so. And then max stam on the small pieces. Impin 2 reinforced. I still think that feels really good. And then back bar, we've got endurance. So infused weapon damage, 1 jewelry piece, and then sword and board. Right now it's decisive and well fitted. I think if I had the transmutes, I'm gonna go with infused right here for weapon damage. And then probably another impin piece right here. Perhaps sturdy too. So that's the gear. Let's go in the skills. Back bar, we've got Ransack. I know this sounds weird. I personally like Ransack. Ransack does a couple things for you. It gives you minor protection for 15 seconds, which you can carry over to the front bar, which is what I like about it so much. Gives you a nice offensive window with that buff on. And I think it's a key buff. So you're still getting the breach. This is gonna replace Nauseous Breath. Yeah, just moving on. That's why I use it. Also, it frees up my back bar. You don't have to use Undo. Got Shield Ultimate. It's really nice whenever you got a lot of range people on you. So there's the ultimate. Then we got Vigor, Race Against Time, Volatile Armor. I like having that AoE damage to pull out Nightblades if I need to. And then Fragmented Shield. Front bar, Dizzying Swing, Rally, Venomous Claw, Camo Hunter, Executioner, and Take Flight. Take Flight feels too good. Would never run any other ultimate on my Stam DK. Alright, CP. Let's get into the CP. I think, to start off these CP builds... Ooh, I have one I can use. I didn't even realize that. I should probably go with what I'm using at the top first, right? So let's go ahead and do that. My passives that I'm using are Untamed Aggression. Straight weapon damage. Fighting Finesse, crit damage, and crit healing. I think you get a 2-for-1 here, so this is a really nice one. Crit damage and healing. I love the 2-for-1. Enduring Resolve. Reduce single target damage, and then Duelist Rebuff reduces... I'm sorry. This one is reduces dot damage, and this one is reduces single target damage. So I'm pretty balanced right here. I've got 2 offensive passives, and then I've got 2 defensive ones. And these purple passives right here, you don't actually have to slot. So I make sure to get the most out of these. This is reduced damage. I don't really know. I'm not the best at explaining how, what are they calling it? Martial damage and elemental damage of some sort. So I just make sure to get the most damage reduction out of this. Okay, so moving on. The same thing for this one too. I ended up running out of CP after getting all the passives, so I'm going to end up filling this one out when I can. But this one increases your damage, so I make sure to have all the pin that I can get, as much battle mastery, and then eventually as much mighty as I can get to. Right, affects physical, poison, disease, bleed damage. So I'm going to be doing a little bit more damage when I can get these CP passives filled out. I'm pretty close. You have to put 10 to unlock one of them. It's fighting finesse. So I end up putting 10 here. And then I max out finesse so I can slot it. Then I come down here and I put 10 points. I wish I could max these out, but I don't have enough CP just yet. But I make sure to max out the purple ones, because I think those are very important. And then I come down here and get those, the other two, Enduring Resolve and Duelist Rebuff. Okay, so there's the blue tree. I wish I had more CP, I really do, but I just don't, so. But I think I've been doing okay out here. Red one, let's go with the passives. I got Rejuve. It's free health recovery, mag, and stam recovery. It's hard to pass up. Survival instincts. Okay, while affected with the status effect, your core combat skills cost 25% cost reduction. So if you're on a class that doesn't have Purge, you're probably going to benefit from this. DK doesn't have Purge, so this is on me all the time. We're talking like Elemental Drain, Off Balance, Puncture, all those kinds of things. Okay, the next one is Strategic Reverse, Health Recovery for every 10 ultimate. Being Nord, we get a lot of ultimate. It's also why it's nice being Nord still. So, I mean, this is just pretty self-explanatory. It's free health recovery based on ultimate. And then the last one is Juggernaut. So, while under the effects of crowd control immunity, you take 2%, 10% damage reduction. Every time you break free, pretty much for like 6 seconds, you get 10% damage reduction. Okay, so I think those are the most important ones. And then I come over here and then I make sure to max out all the ones that are really important that you don't need to slot. I think that's a key thing. Like, things that you don't need to slot, you really want to try to max them out if you can. Like, for instance, reduce the cost of break free. I don't have to slot that. So you want to try to max it out. Same thing with roll dodge, max health, increase movement speed with sprinting, reduce sprint cost, and then blocking too. So if you can max those out and then also get your passives, you want to try to do that. I've noticed. And then the green tree is kind of whatever. I mean, really, I only slot 2 passives. I think this one, there's only 2 really that are important that you want to get, and this is one of them. Efficiency, liquid efficiency. You got a chance to not consume a potion when you use potions, so it's kind of cool. And then reduce fall damage. Those are really the only 2 that really matter. And then I guess if you want to get like infinite stamina outside of combat, that could be useful too in Cyrodiil. You have to mount around a lot. So there it is. There's the stamina DK. That's how I have my CP. Shoot me a comment if you got questions, but that's what I'm rolling with. It's been a great stream on the Stam DK. Stamplar is going to be next, so look out for that. And tune in on the next one. See you then.